So it's so weird that so I can show you the dragons. Don't go over it because going up to the Ljubljana castle and the view is just amazing. Panorama of Ljubljana. Hi everyone, we've just entered Slovenia. Right now we are buying the vignette for Slovenia and just going to Ljubljana. We'll be there in around 1 hour. So we just arrived in Ljubljana and the border crossing was very easy. Now today we will visit Ljubljana. We have a lot of things to do in one day. Our schedule is very tight. Now we are going to explore the city, but first I have to take my scarf and oh no, Mike closed the car. I'm waiting for him to open the car. Hey guys, this is our first day in Ljubljana and we will go to Dragon Bridge right now. So it's so weird that we are in the city center and there's no one around us. I mean, I can see 2 people far away from us and that's it. And from time to time a car or 2 pass. Okay, 3 cars are passing next to us, but that's it. It looks like a city in a lockdown. It's Sunday, so maybe this is the reason, but I love it. I don't like crowded people, crowded places, as I said before. So the fact that it's so empty, I just love it. So there you can see the citadel, and we will visit it soon. One of the things you should do for sure in Ljubljana is walking along the river. It's a great way to get a feel of the city, explore its bridges, take some great pictures and relax. This bridge is one of the most popular places in the city for visitors and for sure a place that I recommend you to see here. It's called after the 4 dragon statues located at each corner of the bridge. We are at Dragon Bridge, as you can see behind me. There is a dragon and also there is a dragon on the other side of the bridge. As you can see behind me there's a lake. It's a river, yes, sorry. We are almost reaching the other side of the bridge, so I can show you the dragon from the front. This is actually one of the most photographed places in Ljubljana and we already saw more people here than in all the other places where we walked so far. You could really spend hours just walking around the river and crossing over the famous bridges of the city. For such a small capital and such a narrow river, Ljubljana has surprisingly many bridges, especially in the city center. The Butcher's Bridge is Ljubljana's love bridge. Here you will find plenty of love locks all around the bridge and you can also add yours too if you want. The ironic thing about this particular love bridge is that the bridge itself seems to represent the opposite of everlasting love. That is not only because of the name that isn't quite romantic, but also because of the statues here. For example, one of Adam and Eve shamed and banished from paradise. So we reached the Butcher's Bridge and there are a lot of locks. What it's called? Locks? I think so. So we are on a glass and it's very high. If you have fear of heights, don't go over it because you can see the river under you. Anyways, I think we will put a lock to if we can buy it from here. I don't know where we could buy it, but it's very pretty. There's also a statue behind me. This visible contrast between the creepy statues here and the love padlocks attached to the bridge's parapet makes one of the most unusual of the many romantic stories of Ljubljana. This also makes this bridge more different and unique if we were to compare it to other love bridges around the world. After this, we kept on walking along the river and we reached another very popular place in the city, the Triple Bridge, that actually consists of 3 separate bridges from the 1930s. The bridge connects the historical city to the modern city. It was first called the Old Bridge, then it got changed to the Lower Bridge. It was also known as Spital Bridge. So we are at 3 bridges, and there are literally 3 bridges. And we are near a square, the main square I think, I don't know, and a boat is just passing and now I want to go with the boat but we don't have enough time. All 3 bridges have been pedestrian only since 2007. Today, visitors and locals alike frequently use these beautiful bridges. From here we started walking towards President Square, which is the central square in this beautiful city. Of course, if you want, there are plenty of terraces all around here where you can relax and grab a drink next to the river. Here you can see the impressive pink Franciscan Church of Annunciation that dominates the central square. We went and got some small pancakes that were so good from this place called Puffy that is in the city center. We then just kept on walking around the city center. I feel like you could spend hours just randomly walking in the center because it's all very pretty. In this video you can see a little bit of the castle where we are heading right now. We'll take the funicular that will take us right to the top next to the castle. One important thing to know is that you can also climb to the castle without paying, but you'll have to pay to enter the castle then, which is 12 euros for adults. The price of the castle and funicular together is 16 euros per adult. So we are now at the funicular and we are going up to the Ljubljana castle. It costed us 9 euros, including the entrance at the castle. I totally recommend you to take the funicular because the views are just amazing and it's just for 4 euros. It will be a very enjoyable experience for you, and if you have kids, for them too, for sure. The lower funicular station is located in the Crack Square opposed to the Ljubljana Central Market. The railway tracks were built just outside the medieval walls, so as not to interfere with the layout of the former medieval city. You can also learn about the castle in a fun way. The Escape Castle is a fun adventure where you can learn about the history of the city through 5 tests. Have fun and maybe finally save the dragon, the one that can be found on the Dragon Bridge. I don't remember why we didn't try it, but from what I've heard it's great, so you can give it a try, especially if you love escape games. So we are on the top of the castle at the viewpoint and the view is just amazing. I will show in a second a video of it. It's just so beautiful. We are now inside the castle and we are going to the viewpoint of the castle. We have to climb a lot of stairs to reach the top and we need to scan our ticket to get inside here, which was I think 6 euros, and now we are climbing to the top. You will start by climbing the tower on winding metal stairs, with each step bringing you closer to the most beautiful view of Ljubljana. Depending on the season, it may get cold here as it's a very high point in the city, but the views are totally worth it. We were there during colder season and it was not that cold, but it gets windy. The Outlook Tower stands on a site originally occupied by the Piper's Tower, which was pulled down in 1813 during the French occupation, and later by a fire lookout tower, home of the city's fire watchman. So we have reached the top and it's so beautiful. As you can see behind me, we can see a 360 panorama of Ljubljana. We can basically see the entire city. The city is so small. I'm really impressed, but it's so beautiful. And honestly, it isn't even that cold. I thought that up here it will be so cold, but it's very acceptable. For the price, it was totally worth it. I think we will soon go to the virtual castle, which starts in around 15 minutes, I think. Right now I will just admire the city. Here you will also find an exhibition of Slovenian history that is divided into 6 sections and covers the entire known history of Slovenia. It takes you back about 200,000 years in history to the earliest traces of human presence in the area of present-day Slovenia. On our way back, we got again the funicular, then went to a nice place to have dinner and also got some dessert. The food was very good, but it was pretty expensive in most places. Anyways, we are getting close to the end of the video, so thank you so much for watching. If you found it useful, please don't forget to like and also to subscribe to see more of my travel videos.